Hello, my loves. I've got my beautiful mummy in today. You're going to hear some bits of us having a chat as well. Look at the state of her nails.
In my case, because they're quite soft.
Can I see the other hand? How's that one? So where's your index fingers, isn't it?
Yeah. But the nails always go on that finger. See, look at my thumbs.
Oh, they're quite good.
Yeah.
Remind me of Nan's, they do. So my mum has really high anxiety because she can't see. This is a photograph I took before any cuticle work was done. This is after. And then I just let the oil soak into the skin, and then she washed her hands, we cleaned her hands, and then we buffed the nail surface, just gave it a little shape and got straight into applying dehydrator. Now, yeah, my mum, she's always done this whenever she doesn't have nails on. She just picks, and what she can't see is that the bit she's feeling is actually her free edge, but she thinks that's a lump of skin, so she starts picking at it. And she keeps picking at it, and she thinks it's skin, but it's actually nail, bless her. And it's just a habit, it's a subconscious thing. So today's nails will be very, very simple. They're not going to look like much, I'll be honest with you, but it's about helping her get back to where she was. Because if you remember, she had the most beautiful almond nails before lockdown. Milo, stop snoring. They were gorgeous, and her nails were super duper healthy. So we're just going to start again. We're just going to go back to the beginning, go back to where we were, and, nurse them back to health. So I've done Madame Glam's base coat, and then it had 30 seconds in the lamp, and then I'm going in with Madame Glam's Polygel. I think this is in Blush Peony. It's just a soft colour. I'm using my number 8 gel brush from Nail Perfection because it works so good with Polygel. And on this index finger, I'm gently tapping the product in around the cuticle. We don't need a step. You want it nice and smooth. And then I'm going to build a free edge without sculpting on a form. It's not too hard to do. What I find is the first set always looks a bit ropey because there's just not much to work on. And then when she comes back for her infill, we'll start to have some growth and we'll start to have some shape. Once I've got a tiny free edge, I start making sure it's released and it's not touching that skin. And I'll just keep patting it and dragging it gently into place. And then when I'm happy, I'll cure it under my lamp. Now, for the index fingers, because there was a lot of soft, picked at skin, I cured it on the 99-second setting because that gradually goes up in intensity because I didn't want a heat spike with the flesh being there. Do you know what I mean? On the other nails, it's just a standard 60-second cure. And I do one at a time because although Polygel is nice and firm, my poor mum she can't, she'll bash her hand and not see, or she'll move it and not realise. You forget, we don't realise how much we use our eyes. So the difference is huge. Incidentally, let me just quickly say, for any of you that have visually impaired clients or elderly clients with macular degeneration, which kind of happens to most elderly people, or cataracts or anything like that, if you have any clients like that and you want to know how to make your premises a little bit safer for them, there are some really cheap, really simple adjustments that you can make. Technically, under the Equality Act and Disabilities Act, our businesses should be disability friendly, but there are some disabilities that people don't understand, and I think visual impairment is one of them. I've been talking to the Royal National Institution for the Blind. I'm trying to support them with the work they do. So if any local businesses or whatever want a little bit of advice on how to make some simple adjustments to make their business a little bit more accessible for people with visual impairments, just DM me. I'll just give you all the information I've got. But a top tip, if you have a visually impaired client and you've got screens up, please put some contrasting tape around those screens, because my poor mum can't even go into a shop. When she gets to the till, she hits her face on the screen because she can't see it. So little things like that would make a huge difference to somebody's confidence about going out. I know I'm probably bang on about it, but it's something that's close to my heart, and I just kind of feel like we need to put in a little bit more effort, because this whole coronavirus has really made it very, very difficult for people with visual impairment. You know, people used to approach my mum and ask her if she needed help, and now they don't go near her. So any little adjustments that anyone can make, that would be really, really welcome. And if you need any advice, just slide into my DM. So as you can see, I'm just continuing with this little overlay and curing them one nail at a time, moving from hand to hand. And then once they were all cured, I just gave them a little shape and a file and a buff, and applied Madame Glam's base coat again. And then we're going in with Wham Bam Thank You Glam, which is one of the new colours. Beautiful. My mum loves soft pinks and shimmers. She can't see them, but she knows what she likes. Does that make any sense? Probably does. So we'll go in with that. Oh yeah, you need to hear my mum nattering on. I've got a little bit of footage right here. I think it's the only way
February
to keep them going. Because you remember how lovely they were.
Yeah.
Right, let's pop them in. I have absolutely no idea what that was all about, but we're back to voiceover. So as you can see, I'm doing a layer on each hand and then straighten the lamp for 30 seconds. I have to put my mum's hand in the lamp, so if you see me reaching over and you get a nice view of my forearm, that's why. We're just going to continue with this. I think I did 3 layers. Oh, I can't even remember now. By the way, who else is wearing a visor and absolutely hates it? Because I'm telling you now, I hate it. Oh yeah, back to my mum. Apparently she's made a tomato soup that tastes of tomatoes.
Yeah, I made the soup, tomato soup. I made it with 2 things of passata, onions and a tin of chopped tomatoes, onions, tomatoes, garlic, cabbage and carrots and celery, and then Dad blended it all up. I cooked it all in the slow cooker the other day, and then we put it in the fridge, and Dad blended it all up for me yesterday, and it tasted very tomatoey.
Duh.
Oh, and I had some pasta in it as well, but where it was all blended, I'd
Let's have that one.
that I'd put all that stuff in it. Anyway, it tasted really tomatoey, so I was lacing it with lots of salt and pepper. Unfortunately, I got it all muddled up.
Oh no.
So I had so much pepper in there, my eyes were streaming and my nose was running. I persevered until nearly the end. And then,
What, did you eat it?
yeah, I had to, because the rest was in the freezer. And I persevered till nearly the end, and I had to have a big cup of water because my mouth was burning so much.
Oh my God, Mum.
And I said to Dad, he says, well, can't you tell the difference between the salt and the pepper pot? I said, no, I can't see them. He went, well, it's easy, isn't it? He said, the salt pot's got 1 hole and the pepper pot's got 5 holes. I said, well, obviously it's not that easy.
And I've got no eyes, and I have 0 vision.
Obviously it's not that easy, otherwise I would have worked that out for myself. Can you put a bobble on it, please? He went, I'll put some tape round it. I said I should put some tape over the top of the pepper pot if it was me.
And your mouth.
I never thought of that.
So it's so weird listening back to us, but I just thought I'd share those little conversations with you guys. So after the layers of gel polish, I'm just going in with Madame Glam's tack-free top coat. Like I said, the nails are nothing spectacular, but this is about confidence and hopefully breaking that really bad cycle of my mum picking, because now they feel different. She won't be as inclined to pick with them. It's just a thing. Let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope that we can get these back to the beautiful almond nails that they were. What I'll do is when she comes back, instead of doing an infill, I'll do a full soak off and we'll reassess and start again. Because my mum really liked last time, she really liked the extends system with the gel that you put inside the tip and then you put the tip on the nail and it stays there. She really was comfortable wearing that because they're very thin and very light. So I will probably next time get her back on that if there's enough nail. I just didn't want to risk a heat spike or any damage to those index fingers. So as you can see, I'm doing the same on the thumbs. I've sped it up and included a bit because she has lovely thumbnails and they're really strong. But yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we'll get them back to the way they were. It's nice to be back doing her nails, but damn, I do not like wearing a visor. No. Even more respect for the medical staff now. So yeah, that's pretty much all we did. I didn't include the prep because I kind of thought it was a bit unfair. I've just launched the advanced prep course, and that goes into loads of detail. It's only £20. So if you want in on that, then slide them out of yams. And also shaping. So I've just released a course that is, one's acrylic, one's gel. If you do both, you get the second for 50% off. And it's advanced shaping as well. So this is before. As you can see, they were pretty gnarly. There's a hell of a lot of excess tissue on that finger. And this is what we were left with. A nice little start, hopefully, to some healthy nails. I'll see you in my next video. Tally bye!